So last night, Steve Jobs talks about the iPad, and a lot of people are talking about it this morning. How does the ad agency responding or dealing with the emergence of this very popular device?
Well, I think the advertising business is looking to deliver ads that are more effective than the ads that they're currently delivering. You think about display advertising, the click-through rates are abysmally low. Message recall and purchase intent off of that advertising doesn't work very well. So I think what he did a great job of last night, in general, as a kind of response to almost every question, he's able to isolate the issue and simplify the answer quite nicely. And I think his response to the ad question was, we're looking to give consumers the best experience we can without interrupting the content experience they've self-selected. And I think if you believe in a world of apps instead of websites, which is what Apple has helped convince the world is a better mousetrap, the ability to have an ad experience that isn't disruptive to a game or an article or a book or a piece of video, that's the right answer. Do they have to have a proprietary walled garden way of delivering that best experience? I'm not so sure, but that's the way Apple operates, and I do believe that the ads that will be delivered within the applications themselves will be better than the ads that third parties will create if they don't have access to the same back end that Apple's created. So a great rationalization. I think it's a good content experience. I think it will be increasingly difficult for people to do interesting things inside that platform, but I think their experience is better than the mobile ad inventory that's out there right now.
So there are certain barriers to Madison Avenue executing in apps. Is that a fair statement, or what are the challenges for you guys to go into this walled garden and deliver for your clients?
Well, I think there's going to be a very specific set of standards to create one of these ads. It'll be expensive. I don't think people will have the knowledge and the technical know-how right off the get-go to build this stuff, but I think eventually it'll be a pretty standard unit. The production cost of this will become a specialization that people will have. I don't think it will cost $100,000 per ad just on the creative alone. But I do think building those chops is building to one platform. It doesn't help propel the broad ecosystem of mobile advertising, but like websites that used to cost millions of dollars in the late 90s, or apps that used to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars a couple of months ago, the price of building these things will be cheaper. And the question is, what's the secondary ad experience you'll be allowed to make to actually pay off Jobs' vision, which is advertising should be contextual, it shouldn't be interruptive, there should be consumer self-selection involved. And to the extent that there are 3 or 4 different things that have to fit that criteria, the way they talked about, funneling apps into the App Store, I think the ad business will have enough leeway to do interesting things, but there will be a platform you have to build on, and it'll be one that is expensive to do up front, but those ads will hopefully be more effective over time.
And one last question, Mark, about something that's near and dear to us is the online video. What's happening in terms of the value to advertisers, inventory, the shift from TV, also original video. Any thoughts about what's promising that's bubbling up?
I mean, I think for me, the beauty of anything digital is the ability to look people in the face and say, we need to stop talking about mobile advertising. We have to stop talking about social marketing. Advertising comes in a couple of different formats. Pretty soon everything will be digital. That 15-second spot that ran on TV should be able to be transcoded to run on a mobile device to offset the cost of an application. Should run it on an iPad just as easy as it's going to run on a pre-roll or a piece of video that runs in the broad web. So again, I think we make digital assets. They should transcend 4 screens. The continuity of that experience should be not, forward on television and then forward on a mobile device and, forward on a web page. It should be seamless to the extent that there is connective tissue between the platforms. You're going to deliver better advertising to people. And again, it's an asset. It's a video asset. It's a text asset. It's a static graphic asset, but those really shouldn't be differentiated as buckets and you have a mobile bucket. Advertisers are looking for audiences. Audiences are on 4 devices, and they should deliver a continuous experience that leverages, the best of what those devices bring.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mark. Thanks for spending the time.
Thanks, Andy. All right.